So what originally had brought me to the center was I was in a relationship with a girl that was a year younger than me. We were together for about 5 years, and during the whole relationship there was some arguments throughout the whole thing, and finally one day it had blown up one night out of the bar, and I had done some things that I probably shouldn't have, and I got in trouble for them and had to go to court and was sentenced, and part of my sentencing was to come to this class. My first thought about coming to the center was going to be sitting in a room with a bunch of guys in a circle and listening to someone talk. I thought it was going to be someone telling me how I was wrong, and it didn't feel warm. That was my first thought, was it wasn't going to feel warm. I honestly had no background information on coming here. I used Google and found a place that offered the course that I needed to take for my sentencing. So being here was definitely a warm feeling. The first time I was here was a little bit strange, but it was very nice to see how the group and the facilitator all just warmed up and just invited me in with open arms. It was warm, welcoming. I had my space to talk, and was able to communicate and make relationships with a lot of the men in the room. It's a very special thing. There was a lot of respect in the room. And that's the warm feeling that I feel, is everyone respects each other. No one has judgmental eyes on anyone else, and everyone respects what each person has to say. I think that the respect played a huge role, not only just in helping me progress through the courses, but also just helping me progress through what I've been dealing with in life. Coming here and feeling the respect that I so much wanted and needed from everyone that had been around me, I had finally got it. Here, you get to, people ask you something, and then they actually look at you and let you answer, and let you tell them your experience. And they don't make a judgment based off of what they read on a piece of paper. So I attended 52 weeks of the course, and I think my first milestone was probably about 8 weeks in or so. And I started to feel the resentment that I was holding starting to lift, and that was partially due to one of the really good facilitators here. It was strange feeling that resentment lift. It was changing for this course. It was changing for myself. I could start to feel it, and the reinforcement and the respect that I was getting from the people here was almost like a kick in the butt for me to just say, I want to do this now. I'm ready, and I changed my whole outlook. I'm here because of what I did, not because of what anyone else did. Self-awareness. Self-awareness just really has stuck with me all throughout this program. And at first I was starting to think I was getting self-awareness down, but then I hit class 20, and then I was like, what the heck, man? I don't have any of this crap down, and I had to start back over, and I feel like I hit achievements all throughout the course. Probably every few classes or so, something would really resonate, and I would, think on it really hard for a week. So self-awareness, to me, I almost have a spot in my brain where I store all the information from this class that, and my first thing that I feel in myself is if I'm feeling frustrated, or if I'm feeling aggravated or stressed, I instantly just try to think of self-awareness, and that's like the key word that puts me into that file in my brain, and I just start going through the things that I've learned in this class, and I'm actually starting to think that that's a form of meditation, because I'm focusing my mind on one thing. But there's a lot of the self-awareness just over, just that your body does, not even about your mind. It's just, mastering your body first, and then pick up on those key little things that you're starting to get flustered, and then go into your mind. And every course I was able to almost relate something to in my life, and go back and learn from a previous experience that I've had using a tool that I just learned that day. iMessages are huge. I think iMessages will have forever changed my life. Just the way that I talk about myself now, because I think that's huge. We're so used to saying you, and talking about other people, but we don't even ever talk about ourselves. And I love myself. I want to talk about myself and how I feel, you know. So that was another big one, was the I messages. I had learned that a lot of the feelings that I've felt in my life were fake. Honestly, I felt that they were blaming someone else's feelings, you know, like saying I felt betrayed. Betrayal is not a feeling. Betrayal is something that happens, or it's, you know, a judgment of how you think something happened. I learned that being able to actually connect with the feelings, and then to be able to find the need that's going to suit that feeling, will help a lot more with, you know, not becoming frustrated because you don't know how to deal with it. I like to think to myself, a lot of things are really rational and logical. It's not hard. It's just that we were never taught. I used to run from my emotions. I think I did some of that from the time that I was arrested to the time I had gone to court. Was about a year in between when I was arrested and had to go to court for my case. And during that year, I drank a lot. I drank a lot. I drank every day. And then last year, 2016, I went almost the whole year with having maybe 10 drinks. And I think that was due to this class showing me how to deal with what was going on inside my head. I don't think that I was consciously going out to drink my problems away, but subconsciously, I believe it was there. Learned a lot about empathy from this class. I probably couldn't have told you the definition of empathy when I came here. But empathy is a pretty amazing thing, and being able to be empathetic towards someone has definitely changed my life too. And that goes into the whole, you know, slowing down too, and taking the second to listen to someone else and hear what they actually have to say. Before I came here, I would be sympathetic towards a lot of people, and, you know, not really ever just clear my mind and listen to what other people had to say and to put myself in their shoes. So I think that's helped me understand the world around me a lot better than I used to, being able to just take myself out of my shoes and literally look at a situation through someone else's eyes without having any of my previous experience having judgment on it. I think a lot of people don't understand that a lot of the stressors and the triggers that men have are things that have stemmed from a long time ago. I think that a lot of times, you know, humans, we're all kind of a little selfish, and when someone gets mad at you, you just instantly want to think that they're just mad at you, and that person even thinks that they're just mad at you. But, you know, this class has showed me that a lot of those reasons why we get frustrated or why we get angry are because of a past experience. I think that's a very big misconception, because I never understood that. I'd never had anyone tell me that before I came here. I would say that helping both sides of any situation is going to be better than helping one side. And I think that that's a pretty general statement with everything in life. The main thing that I heard when I was going through classes, because I wasn't in a relationship when I was going through classes, but the main thing that I heard from people who were is that they wished their spouse or their partner was learning the same things. Even if their partner didn't have a problem with being violent or anything like that, it helps to know what the other person is trying to do for themselves. I used to be an asshole. I had plenty of friends, you know, but I just didn't really care about anyone else other than my group of friends and family. I've changed now. I would like to think that I show up in the world as a caring person, someone who will listen if someone needs them to listen. I want to show up in the world as a calm person, someone who can take the time to deal with things or to think a situation through, someone who looks clear-headed and level-minded. That's how I want to show up in the world. I've had a couple of friends, you know, for a long time, since high school. I'm 25 now. And I met these people back when I was 15 and 16, and I'm still friends with them, talk to them every day almost. And they've just told me, you've slowed down a lot. You're a generally happier person, which is strange because I always thought I've always been happy, but they can see it in me that I'm a genuinely happier person now. I've had friends compliment, the way that I deal with situations. I've had friends come and ask me for help with situations and tell me, hey, I know you go to this class. Can you talk to me? I need some help, and they trust me to help them. I actually have a friend who thought this class was so good that he wanted to come and join the program and started doing 12 weeks, and after his first class he had called me and said, I want to do 52 now. So I think this, and he's here voluntarily. I think this class is hugely beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the lessons that I've learned here will stick with me for the rest of my life. And I think it's part and due to the repetition. It's everyday life. I've used things that I've learned in this class in literally everyday life. Not even being angry, not even being sad. I'm happy, and I've thought about what need did I fulfill to make myself happy. There's the tools that I've learned in this class I've used every day, and I don't think I'll ever lose touch with them.
Nice.
I think that the message here is that you're going to always have to do things for yourself. There's going to be people that are going to support you and be there to help you along the way, but in the end, you have to make the call. You have to be the one to walk in that door. You have to be the one to put the bottle down. But it's easier to do that when you have a place like here, when you have support. It's a life-changing thing. It truly is.